Hi. Okay.
Welcome to RCindustry.
Oh, hey, well, yeah, okay. Well, the old Dodge hasn't sold yet, and after having it at the No Name Nationals and been driving it a bunch, well, you know, we had a couple of things we need to button up before winter. And I'm actually going to go to a car show this weekend, and I think I'm going to take this with me because if you enter the car show, you get to run up and down the drag strip, and it's up at Wagler Speedway in Lyons, Indiana. So, hey, you know, I'm an expert not on drag racing now. So I made several passes with this. You probably saw in a previous video. So, yeah. Ooh, I forget about this microphone thing here. So anyway, yeah, so what I want to do is I want to adjust the accelerator pump on this because there's a slight hesitation when you go to, mash the pedal to the floor. And Kim from Kim Fixes Things showed me how to adjust that. So I want to do that. The other thing I want to do is I want to adjust the clutch. I mean, we know this thing doesn't have the original transmission in it. So when you push the clutch down, you've got to push her clear into the carpet or you're not going to be disengaging that enough. So there's a little bit of slop. I don't want too much. I want a little bit of slop, but there's about that much slop before it gets up to the throw-out bearing. So I don't want it running on the throw-out bearing, but I think we can take probably 1/4 of an inch out, and we'll see if that helps any. And one other thing I want to do is when we were down at the No Name Nationals, we drove this to Lambert's, or actually I drove this to Lambert's, and Eric drove the C10 to Lambert's, old blue-brown. And then on the way home from Lambert's was the first time I'd ever drove this at night. And so when I clicked on the lights, I didn't have any dash lights, and I worked that around until the dash lights came on so I could, see my tachometer and stuff. And when we got just out the outside of town there, when it was, less street lights, I noticed that the lights were going off and then coming back on, and then they was brights, and I messed around with the dimmer switch thinking that was it, but then I started cranking around on that rheostat for the dash lights, and I got the headlights to come on good and bright, so I just left it alone. But so I'm thinking that headlight switch in there is probably corroded up. It's one thing I did not take apart and clean. So if we have time before we go up to the racetrack or up to that car show at the racetrack, I'm going to try to do that too, because I hate to get stuck out at night again with this, because that's not real handy when you're driving down the road and the lights go out. So let's just get started. Show you more. Well, we'll get up in here and see if we can take this loose. Now this thing shouldn't be too hard to do, because it looked pretty simple when I was being shown how to do it. So yeah, take that off of there. Another thing we ought to do while we're in here is hook up that this has already been modified. Okay, well, we need to hook a choke cable up to this. I'm gonna have to get one because wintertime is coming, and I got stuff all over me already. But wintertime is coming, and I definitely probably am going to need a choke, I'm guessing. I don't really know for sure, but I don't know where that oil all came from, but probably sucking it in off of this. I can't imagine this having any blow-by, but, it might. Yeah, I need to get a choke choke cable and run back in there, and then we'll have an automatic choke, or I mean a manual choke, because this carburetor is not set up for a automatic choke. I've got the automatic choke piece that goes in here, but that linkage is not on there. So yeah. Okay, well, enough of that. So that's something else to buy. Let's take this top off of here. I'll try to zoom in there a little bit, or I tried to see if that would help. So let's pull these out of there. These little bitty screws, and this little plate covers a couple of things up. You'll just have to bear with me with all that noise in the background. We got to put up with this till January, but it'll be nice to have some new water lines. I have to change our whole house filter every 2 weeks because there is so much dirt in our water. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but this thing right here is the accelerator pump, and she says that we want that all the way up to the top. So let's loosen this up if we can. That's not going to do that very good. Let me get a different screwdriver. Because you can see that there is slop when you go to do this. So we want this all the way to the top if we can get it. There we go. We're going to raise that up like that. Except I'm going to need 2 screwdrivers. I need more hands on deck. Now that's probably going to hit, so we can't do that. Oops. Now we're back down where we were. Let's just raise that up just a skosh. Like that. Oh, I heard it squeak, or I heard it squirt. And I just moved that just ever so little. Let me get you down in here where you can see that. I don't know if it'll focus. You know, all this automatic camera stuff is nice, but when you can't get it to focus, it's still not focusing. Okay, well, that's not helping any. There. So that's got a slot in it. I don't know if you can see it, how good you can see it, but I ran that up to the top of this little lever that goes down and pushes that accelerator pump. And now, as soon as you activate it a little bit, I can hear it squirting. So before, it was only squirting after you gave it about this much throttle. And so that's a little bit of a lag. You know, it hesitates and then takes off. And it'll really get with it too, but it's a little, so I'm hoping that by running that up just a little bit, that will help. And also she explained that the jet on the other, or the adjustment on the other side of that is for the jets. But I don't think I'm having any trouble. I mean, there's black smoke coming out of it when you look at the footage from the drag strip. So if you really watch it, and the exhaust pipe over there is pretty black. So I don't think we're lacking the amount of fuel we're getting to it. I think we weren't getting that initial squirt. So I wanted to get that done. So let's move on to the clutch. All right, let's give that the old Russell shake there. All right, I think we're good there. Let's get under there and see what we got. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it very good, but right there where that spring's at, maybe you can see it a little better over here. There's a rod that runs back there. And that's got a nut on one side and a nut on the other side. It pivots across that right there. So anyway, that's what we got to do. So what I'm going to do is get down under there and try to see once if we can adjust that up a little bit. I have no idea what size that is. So I'll take some 9/16 and 1/2 inch and 5/8 and stuff like that. And we'll see. Oh, I better get a second 5/8 in case it really is 5/8. I don't think it's that big. I don't know. What do you think? What size is it? You guys probably know. You've adjusted these before. And now you're going to see if I know how to do it. Well, I can already tell you I don't. So, anywho, let me get a rag here. And let's go see if we can get down under here. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything or not, but anyway. Kind of down here. Well, it looks like it's going to be fairly easy to look at. Hi. Okay. And it looks like she's a 9/16 from the looks of it. Okay. Well, that's kind of loose, actually. See, there's just a little bit of, see that little slack right there? That's what I'm trying to take out. Like I said, I don't want it pushing on the throwout bearing, but still a little bit more probably. I guess I could look in the book and see what it says to do. That's just about 1/8 of an inch, maybe. Let's see what we got here. Let's try that. Yeah, that's just right there at it. I don't want to go too far, but that slack is out of that now. So let's try that and see what happens. Show you more. Let's give this thing a try once and see if that clutch is any different. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like I said, you have to push it, I mean, clear into the carpet, man, to get it to do anything. Heck, you can't even see the clutch from there, can you? How's that? Can you see that clutch now? I don't know. All right, let's see if it starts. Should have had enough gas in it, that's for sure, because I pumped that accelerator pump 2 or 3 times. Oh yeah, there's no hesitation now. Lots better. Just that little bit of adjustment made the world of difference. Okay, well, looks like we got one thing fixed anyway. This thing ain't got no mirrors on it. It is hard to see when you're backing up. Well, I mean, it's got a rear view mirror and it's got this side mirror over here, but that's about it. Well, let's see here. I guess I ought to check the gas. The bed's all full of debris. We trimmed some bushes yesterday and hauled them off yesterday. Let's see what we got in here. All right, we got about 6.5 gallons. So before I take off, I'll probably go down and get a gallon of gas in my spare can here and put a couple more gallons in it. We're only going to go about 40 miles, well, probably 80 round trip, so that ought to be good. I need to get my helmet and my coveralls and put in there because you got to have long pants at the track. I think I'll leave that up and I'll go get my helmet. Well, I think I got this stuff. Let's see. Put the helmet down in there and the coveralls. I'm not sure what else we need to take yet, but probably take a chair and probably the air tank maybe, because I might want to let some of the air out of the tires. I was running 20. Well, the first time I went out on the track, it did nothing but spin. Well, I had 32 pounds in them, so I dropped them down to 20, and that worked a lot better. So let's see once if we can get this light switch out of here. Show you more. I'm not 100% sure how this comes out of here, but I remember right, there should be on a Ford, there's a button on the back side that you push and pull that out and then take that out and pull it down. So I probably ought to unhook the battery cable before I get up in there and fool with all that. That's a good idea. Yeah, we probably ought to unhook this a little. Yeah, I thought that thing would probably do that. Oop, how about I use the 1/2 inch side? Yeah. There we go. She's unhooked now. Well, like I said, I ain't really sure how you do this, but if it's like a Ford, if I can get my hand up in here, should be a button on there to push in. Right there it is. Oh, she's not wanting to come. There it goes. Okay. Got that shut back off. Well, there we have it. And you can see she's pretty corroded up, especially this part here. This is the dimmer or the rheostat, and the spring is all out of that. It's all broken. I don't know, can you see that? See that spring is supposed to be all in there. She's all corroded. And there just ain't no two ways about that. That thing is, no wonder it wouldn't work. Okay, well, yeah. I'm not even going to try to do anything with that. All right, let me call down to O'Reilly's. I got to order a air filter for this thing anyway, because it's dirty from sucking all that blow-by up through the carburetor. So let me order one of them or order that, and then, because I know they're not going to have that either. And then we'll see if we can get this switch. Well, believe it or not, they can have that air filter and this thing here on the 330 delivery truck today. So I don't know if I'll get them picked up today. I may have to pick them up in the morning. But we'll get this light switch and get the air filter in it, and then we should be able to just kind of, wash it down a little bit and spray some tire shine on it. I want to look fancy when I go down the strip. So anyway, no. Professional race car driver, I'm not. But I do enjoy it, and I do have a good time at it. So, all right. So I think I'll just bring you back tomorrow, and we'll finish this up. Show you more. Well, the parts came in last night. So let's see if, in fact, they are the correct ones. Hopefully, that is the case. Appears to be the same, except for this new one doesn't have this spring thing all like that. So I would say it looks the same. There's no stamping on the back, but then this one's the original Mopar part. And this one is a standard. But like I said, it looks the same. So let's, yeah, that screws into that. So, and this goes into that. So, all right, let's check this out. This is the air filter. I didn't realize that the air filter, when you're running it really hard, like down the strip, that engine's got so much blow by that all the oil vapors are coming right up into this thing and clogging it up. So we got a new one of them to put on there, and I'll take it tomorrow. When we actually get on the track, I'll pull that out so that doesn't happen again. So, all right, let's see if we can get this switch put back in. Okay, well, I got to tell you, the struggle was real, but we got her in there. Dome lights still don't work, but one thing at a time. The only thing left to do now is we got to wash the bird poop off of it. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, I might do that in the morning before we take off, because otherwise, she's just going to get pooped on again.
Well, hey, sorry for the interruption in today's video, but I wanted to take this short opportunity to let you know about Shop RCindustry. Yes, you can go to Shop RCindustry and you can get you this trucker's hat. Order online today. We also have shirts, white, gray, and black. And wintertime is coming, so get you a hoodie. We appreciate any purchase you make on Shop RCindustry. You can go to the About section in your phone, scroll down to the very bottom and click on that tab, and it'll take you right there. All the proceeds are going back into the builds here at RCindustry. Here at RCindustry, we're making it just like brand used, baby. And now, back to your regularly scheduled video.
Oh, well, it's dark 30. We're headed we're going to meet Rick up to Lagodi. And then we're going to follow him on up to the racetrack for this car show drag race extravaganza. So, anyway, all right, show you more. I guess we are to see if this thing will even start. Oh, wow, that just fired right up. Let's see if I can get some wipers going here. Heck, man, them even work. Who knew? Can we find first gear? There we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Show you more. Well, we made it up to Wagler Speedway and for the car show and IE testing tunes. So we'll see if the adjustments I made on the old brown bag will help any on taking off down the track. So we'll let everybody kind of get set up here, and we'll take and walk through everybody's cars and stuff here in a little bit. So show you more. Well, you all know the drill. They're playing music here, so I may have to cut a lot of the audio out. But anyway, let's take a peek around and see what's going on, and I'll show you more. One of the things they got going on is autocross over here. So I don't know that they're actually racing yet, but they're out there ironing down the track, I would call it. Simply because I don't know what else it would be called. Well, I ran into Kent from Tadlock's Tool Shed. He's here at the event, so let's see what we can find over here. Got some goodies over here. There's a rat rod over here I think is pretty cool. And that little bitty thing right down there, there was a young man driving that around a little bit ago. That makes me think of Curtis Canary's International truck.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, look at the snake on the shifter. That's pretty cool.
The shifter's a sword.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah, I see it now. High performance junk, parts and service. That's pretty cool. This is probably more my speed right here. That'd be what, about a 10-minute 8-mile in that?
Yeah.
In 10 minutes? Got a little bit of everything here. Got a mini dragster over here. Of course, they got all these semi trucks here, which are cool, but I like this one. 6100, 1956. There's the Lone Wolves. I love them pipes, man. Oh, you're just sitting right on the transmission in here.
And I see when it come in,
You kind of like it.
You care if he sits in that or go right ahead?
Off in it.
Don't turn it off, Johnny.
Future driver getting in.
Drag it turned into a...
Pull behind it, that'd be bad.
No, don't show him.
Alex, this one's for you. The Mach 1 there. he's from Petersburg. How are you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
It ain't too bad of a day.
Oh, it's pretty good so far. Are you gonna take it down the track?
Nope.
Oh, that's a 4-speed.
Yeah. I had a friend who had one of them in high school.
Yeah.
Big fat.
Was it fast?
He could make the speedometer stand straight up and down.
Oh, wow. Wrap it clear around, huh?
That could get me to like 140.
Gosh.
I think there's a Shelby now.
424 horsepower.
$400. There's Rick's car. And there's the old RCindustry rig. Well, we'll just head on down the line here.
After so long of looking up and down.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, the only reason I haul it is because it'll break. Other than that, there's AC, heat, all that good stuff. Heated seats and stuff, usually I just put the AC in.
Here we go. Booger's Garage. I think that's
like
what, is that what that says? Oh, it's got a Hemi in it. I love the headlights. It's nice. Oh, it's a flathead. That's right. I thought when I first walked by, it looked like I thought it was a Hemi. Oh, look at the custom headers here.
I love
Those are cool,
that.
man.
Awesome.
Look, and they come out the side. If you can't find them, just build them.
Yeah. Put it down a little bit further. It could be a step side too.
Yeah, I thought those were running boards, but they're not.
Did you see the headlight mounts?
Well, I saw the headlight, or they were made out of, them mower blades.
Yeah.
Nice.
Third generation mechanic.
Pressure tanks.
I'm third generation mechanic, and my dad and my grandpa was always cars and like 2 tons, and I like working on lawnmowers, side by sides, and ATVs, and I wanted a couple old R12 tanks for headlight tanks. I couldn't find any, and a buddy of mine, he's in the heating and air game, and I asked him if he had a couple old R22s. Oh yeah. So he brought me them.
Nice.
Mounted them up. I worked for a farmer for about 20 years as his mechanic. That's why my front bumper is straw choppers out of the combine.
Yeah. I thought that's what those were.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure.
If you look close, the carburetor's on there backwards because the throttle linkage is on the right. instead of the
Yeah,
left.
it is. It's over here.
And the throttle linkage is air ride suspension linkage out of the 1254 sprayer he's got. And I collect Alice Chalmers and Oliver's, so that's why they did the 45
Yeah.
grill widening.
See that?
the antifreeze overflow tanks my wife's water bottle when she was in Iraq.
Yeah.
We die like real men.
My uncle
Nice.
died. It was a
I like
Korean
his
War
license plate light. Your
vet. A buddy
flashlight.
of mine.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh yeah. Gotta have a light. That's too cool.
Yeah.
Well, here's an RT, and the guy earlier was telling that this is an all original car, original everything's numbers matching, but he had to completely redo it. But apparently it's the same color and everything. He's got it back together. But what a nice car. He said it's rare because it's early production, so it's got the year before it console in it, but that's what they had on the line and that's what they put in there. Anyway, interesting stories. Definitely nice. I like the Chrysler Super Sports. And we got some pickup trucks over here, it looks like. We've had that on the channel before. I think that old boy's out of Lagodi. I know the camera's probably shaking around a lot, guys. I'm in the process of getting a better camera, so you just have to bear with me. I wanted to get you over here to show you this. Now this is something you don't see every day. This is a Mercury. I thought they only had them in Canada. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Look at that air cleaner.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, it is.
Wonder how much oil that takes.
Well, you don't see Mercury trucks too often.
Not. That's Merc.
I reckon he's going to do a burnout. Well, here's all the awards they're going to give away. That's a bunch of them there. That's for sure. Alright, Rick's got the duster out here. Let's see what he's going to do. .85, 8.2. All right, well, Rick had to go home, so he didn't get his trophy. He got a trophy, and Blue Brown got or Brown Bag got a trophy too. So anyway, thanks for watching all this, and be sure and like and share. And as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby.